Hello, sir. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Very well, sir. Mr. Caleb. Caleb, I got that right?
Yes, yes, that's right.
Good, good. So tell me a little bit about yourself. Where you from? How old are you?
I'm from Branson, Missouri, so central of the
Oh, wow.
US.
Okay.
Yeah,
How old are you?
I am 19. I am in
Okay.
college.
Okay. What are you studying?
I'm studying marketing, but I'm already doing it, so I'm just there to.
You're just there to make up the numbers. Yeah, I see what you're doing there. I see what you're doing there. That's good stuff. How long you been in the real world?
I think I've been in there for a little over 2 years now. I've been in there for quite some time.
Okay. So you joined what, 16, 17?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, cool. Did you go straight to the marketing when you went into the real world? Did you go straight into that marketing course when you went straight into the real world?
It's actually an interesting story because I started in the copy campus and I tried some stuff there, built some skills doing that, and I kind of campus hopped a whole lot before I finally ended up combining a lot of the skills I learned in those campuses into the
Mhm.
business that I'm doing now.
Oh, awesome, awesome. So you have your own business now. Okay, cool. We'll get onto that in just a second. So you're at college now, and you're studying marketing at college, and you're studying marketing
I
at
mean, the
in.
real world lessons have been much better than what I've gotten in
That's
school.
what I was going to ask. You read my mind there. What's the differences between the two?
Well, the ones in college, like, more teach you theory and what, like, has been used for years, and then the campuses teach you what's actually being used now and what is applicable right away.
Awesome. So do you find that you're kind of getting ahead quicker than, say, your colleagues in college? Or
I
is it, or
so,
you're not really watching them, you're just doing your own thing?
yeah, yeah, I mean, like, I haven't had to buy a textbook for any of those classes, so
And they have. So you're
yeah.
saving yourself some money.
Oh, yeah, and paying less for so much more.
Exactly. There you go. There you go. Value for money. That's what we call that. Value for money. That's what we call it. Okay, cool. Does anybody else like know that you're in the world when, like, any of your friends or
When people ask,
they're on the
I'll
same course as you
like,
as
"Hey,
well?
this is where I've learned the skills that have gotten me to where I'm at," but, I
Say that
don't
again. Sorry.
I'll tell people that I'm in there and that's where I learned the skills that I have. Um,
Yeah. So you're a proper A student, then, aren't you? 100%. 100%. Teacher's thinking, where does he know that from? Where does he know that from? I don't even actually know that. So you have your own business. Talk to me about your own business.
okay, so I do community management for crypto projects, and that includes, like,
Oh,
setting up discords, X management, and strategy, and I also expanded recently to offer graphics as well. So I kinda
awesome.
do that whole suite of internal marketing for crypto businesses.
So what got you into that? What got you into that side of things with regards to the
So
marketing?
it's actually a lot of random things that happen, but I started, trying to do free work for just random local businesses with the copy campus, and it didn't really go super well. I had trouble with client acquisition, so I kinda just pocketed the skills, and somehow I ended up in the DeFi campus, and I was learning about crypto. I got some grad money, I threw it all into there, early last year,
Hmm.
and I started learning a lot about crypto, and then I one of my old friends ended up being super well connected in the space, and he got me working with some, like, different crypto project teams, and I was doing, like, graphics and some Telegram stuff for them, and that's where I made my, like, first good money.
Okay.
Then I ended up stopping that because the space was kinda dying out, and I I just really didn't like it.
Hmm.
And early this summer, I went to New York to Solana Accelerate, and I met a lot of really good connections there. And that's where I got started working with actual crypto companies, more traditional business stuff.
Hmm.
And then I leverage them to get more clients and go from there.
Awesome. 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 Okay, cool. So, and that's when that's when you created your own space, your own business.
Yes.
Yeah, yeah, cool. So, you know, when you said you've made your first little bit of money, can I ask how much that was, or
Yeah.
yeah, can I ask?
Yeah. So last October was my craziest month with that business, and I did about 20K that month.
And you're 19 years old.
I was 18 at the time.
You're 18 years old doing 20K.
Yeah. But it was not, that was just a fluke month. It was a good one.
And then what was prior to that and what was after that?
The next month, I think I did 10.
So your fluke month was 20K, but your average month is 10K.
And then I kind of quit around January. So I did like the 20K month and then two 10K months, and I was like, all right, I don't like this space. I'm pulling all nighters left and right. It was just not sustainable.
So then what was the time scale between, because you've made over the 4 months, you've made 40K. So then what was the time scale between you changing and going into the new one and starting making money? How long was that process?
I think I took a 6 month break, which
Okay,
not
that's
good
fair.
to leave momentum like that. But I
Okay,
started
fair.
back late May, and then that's when I've built what I built now. Now I'm doing about 8 a month, which is
Okay.
sustainable, much better hours.
So you 40K lasted you 6 months. That's a good wage. That's more. That's like someone's yearly salary in
Mm.
4 months. So you've, let's say that 4 months you've earned that in 4 months. Then you took 6 months off. So in like 10 months, you've earned 40K, and then you're consistently now what, earning 8K. Come on, bro. That's super good. That's like really really good. That's really good. That's levels, man. That's really good.
Yeah,
I'm
the
super
crazy thing
impressed.
is, I
And
was gonna say, the crazy thing
go on.
is it's super small because the people I've surrounded myself with, like in the crypto industry, are doing much higher numbers than that. So
Yeah,
like, and it almost makes it easier to push and make more.
yeah. Obviously, when you surround yourself with people that are actually doing really really well, you're kind of encouraged and you're inspired to do more. So you're always looking at, okay, cool. I've made 8K. No, that's not enough. You know what I mean? I made 10K. Still not enough. How do I make more? How do I make more? You're scratching your head and thinking, okay, cool. What method works to make me kind of level up even more? But to be fair, you're at college,
Mhm.
you're doing those kind of numbers. Who in your class is doing those kind of numbers?
I don't even think the professor is.
Exactly. That's what I was gonna. That's exactly what I was gonna say. You're taking home your professor's wage in like 4 months or whatever, blah blah, and that's his annual salary. Do you know what I mean? So come on, that's like whoa, that's levels. I really really like that. Okay, cool. So your business now. So you've just went on this. You said you went to New York to go and get some more clients. How's that helped you in your business? And how many clients do you actually have now?
So right now I only have 2 clients, but I've expanded between the two, offering more. Um, and New York was super helpful. I think that was the hurdle I needed to get over because I
Mm,
hate doing cold outreach. It's horrible. It just feels super inefficient. I
yeah.
mean, I'm sure you definitely can land clients that way. I feel like it's not the most efficient use of my time. But
Mm,
the one trip to New York, you're there, you're meeting people face to face,
mm.
and if you have some good sales skills, as you can learn in the sales mastery or business mastery campus, you can really network your way into any circle. It's
Yeah, you
not
can. Yeah,
if you're there
and
face
it
to.
and it is about networking. It is about talking to people. It is about kind of understanding what is going on there, and other people will kind of understand, especially if they're in the industry. If they've been in the industry a little bit longer, they'll understand a little bit more about what's going on, and you can just learn from them as well. So networking is super good. I recommend it to anybody, even just to go out there and just to talk to people. Something might come up from that. And even if it doesn't, you may have learned a couple of things that you may not have learned without going there. If you get what I'm saying, so
I'm a,
it's a good course. What would you say was been the most difficult part about journey so far? Because obviously you were doing some stuff and then you dropped off, and then you
mm,
started something else. So tell me
uh,
about like, go on.
I was gonna say the hardest thing about like all of it is actually getting the first client.
Yeah,
Like getting over that hump because before that you have no social proof for yourself, which is like super
yeah,
important.
mm,
Once you land one, you're like, oh, this is super easy. There's no
yeah,
reason why I can't land three, four, five more.
yeah.
Like after you have the first proof of concept, it's so much easier to go forward and keep momentum.
Okay, cool. What would you say was your biggest turning point?
My definitely biggest turning point was New York
Good
because
stuff.
that's I realized the type of business that I really wanted to get into,
Yeah,
I couldn't get into. I just had to start going to events and seeing people face to face. It was like getting clients on each. I even had to turn a few down just because like I was so full and like I
yeah,
didn't
yeah.
have.
And has that given you the confidence to kind of do that again, do something like that again, just to maybe I don't know, get more clients or just learn a little bit more?
Oh
Because
yeah,
you said you did before, yeah.
I actually went to a bunch more events later that summer. Some for fun, some to just revisit with existing clients. Like I went up to New York again like the next month. I went to Chicago for a couple weeks for another crypto event. I'm going
Awesome.
to Miami later this December. I got a full schedule now.
You got it. Nice, nice, nice. Okay, cool. Before I ask you how you obtained your first client, because that's what I want to know. Obviously you're still living at home, right? If am I correct in saying that, or you live
I'm
in?
actually in the dorm room right now. Dorm room on campus.
Wow.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. So you're like living there for free because
I
everything's
am.
free. Yeah.
Well, I am actually on complete full ride scholarship, so I am paying $0 to be here. It's a strategic move.
And you're earning some good money as well.
Yes, so I virtually have zero expenses.
So, is there anybody else? I mean, like I always ask, um, how would you get someone to join the real world? But is there anybody else within, like, you might have a network of people, you might have a group of friends in there. Is there anybody else that are doing the same thing as you're doing, like just in your group of friends, not necessarily in your class or anything, but in your group of friends?
I have one friend that like is super like-minded to me. He runs a local business. I mean, he's also in college. We're good friends. He runs a drone business actually. So he does drone footage for like real estate companies and other
Awesome.
areas in Branson. Branson's a super touristy area, so
Yeah.
he does footage for just different tourist attractions here.
So
So
did he? Is he part of the real world, or is he? Or did you get him into the real world, or is he part of the real world, or what happened there?
I actually do not know if he is. I told him he should join because it's really good and there's a lot of good stuff to learn there. But
Right.
I have checked recently if he's joined.
You haven't checked.
I haven't, but
No,
I
no.
have
You should
asked him.
see. You should see if he's doing it because I mean, if he's like-minded like you and he has a good business head, obviously he can see where you've got to and what you're doing and the things that you're doing, and probably how you've changed over the course of the time that you've been there because you would have changed, like your whole personality, your whole confidence level, your whole the way that you speak to people and everything else. That you must have seen, must have people been looking at you kind of differently, thinking this guy's a little bit different. What's going on? Like, do you know what I mean? I certainly want to know what's going on with this guy here. He seems a little bit happier. He seems a little bit more like direct, confident. Do you know what I mean? And it might just be just the way that you approach people, or even the way that you speak to people. Do you know what I mean? It's just that exuberant, like it's getting that confidence out just a little bit more. So, you said to me your hardest thing was getting your first client.
Yes.
How did you get your first client?
So actually, my first client found me. It was all God. I mean, he like totally gave it to me. I was not really even looking. I was at a DSci event, so decentralized science event in some New York building,
Mm.
and a guy just came up to me and and asked like, "Hey, what's your favorite project around here?" And we just kind of got to talking, and I let him know I was there just looking for opportunity, and a friend took me along. And he's like, "Oh, well, what skills do you have?" And I told him, I was like, "Oh, well, I've set up Discords. I've made telegrams for different crypto projects. I've done X management and all of that." And he's like, "We're actually looking for someone to do that, maybe like a college intern, or we're not really that. We're looking to pay him well." So, and I was like, "Oh, well, yeah, we should definitely talk." So we talked, and he ended up liking what I had to say, and then he asked me to name my price. And I was like, "Oh, I didn't wasn't aware that I got to do this." I asked for like 3 grand a month, which I thought was high. And he's like, "Oh, perfect. That's great." He was like, "Let's do that." And I was like, "Gosh dang it. I should ask for."
Excuse me. Sorry. Wow, that's awesome.
Yeah. But then we ended up working it out to where like I would do that. And then whatever work I did more than was expected, I was going to get like 50 hourly, which was ended up working out great. And I'm still with them. And I do a lot of
That's what I was
extra.
going to ask. Yeah, you're still with them. That's really good. That's really good. And then you've got you said you've got what is that? Two more clients on top
I
of this one, or
do
is this?
support.
Sorry,
So I have one more client on top of it.
you have one more client on top of that. So do
Yeah.
you have a plan on like? Do you have space in your diary to have another one, another client, or another two clients, or another three?
Yes, I actually have room for another 2 clients. This is recent as of this week, actually. I made sure I found a guy that I'd be comfortable hiring to kinda take over a lot of stuff, so I'm not giving up so much more time. So
Yeah,
once I take on 1 or 2 more clients, I already have a couple guys in place to handle fulfillment.
awesome, awesome. And then you have a plan on how to take your business further with those two people. Yeah, so it's taking a load off of you, really. To be fair, making
Yeah.
everything easy. Just delegate there, delegate there, delegate there. I got to go to
Yeah,
class.
he's super
Yeah,
valuable.
then that'll be fine. Yeah, yeah, cool. Okay, cool, awesome. So, you've heard about the TRW 2.0.
Yes, I have.
I always ask these questions, but I want to know what your kind of perception of it, your thought process of it is, and what you feel that will benefit you with regards to your business, how you're managing your business now.
Well, I'm really excited for the hiring board because one of my guys that I have running X accounts for me, he is super. Oh yeah, he came from the real world. He was one of the elites in the DeFi campus.
Hmm.
Uh, we've had a super good relationship. I've worked with him ever since like last October when I was doing breaking numbers. Uh, but yeah, I mean, this is the best place to find the type of workers you're looking for. It's even better than finding someone on like a college campus, I would say.
Yeah,
A lot of them are here because it's societal pressures, and then the people that are in the real world are there because of, I would say, internal pressures,
yeah,
because they feel like they need to make something of themselves. So they join the like only platform that helps them be it.
and then that'll be easier for you when you are looking for some when you want to hire someone to do
Exactly.
your work. It'd be so much easier for you to hire someone. And it's do you know what? It's better to do that internally than try and find externally, because you want someone that's gonna give you the commitment, is gonna give you the dedication, is gonna give you the time, gonna give you all of the right attributes that you're gonna be looking for to run your business, because you want your business to be super successful. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
And they want to be super successful within what they're doing as well. So you've all got the same kind of mindset. You don't have to look externally anymore, which is fantastic. Do you know what I mean? It's just yeah, it's just all forward, forward, forward. So your plan by the end of the year will be
By the end of the year, I will surely be over 10K a month at that point.
yeah.
That's the goal. It's a too small of a goal. Maybe the
No,
4
your
clients
goal
don't.
is to be fair. You've done very well up to this point. You've done absolutely awesome up to this point. You know, your 20K, your 10K, your other 10K month, and then your consistent 8K a month. Come on, like Who in your university, apart from your guy that does the drones, is earning that kind of money?
I don't think anyone. I'd have to ask around, but it's very unlikely.
Yeah, yeah. And if anybody's in there driving really nice cars or anything else like that, you look at their background and they might be. I'm not saying that they are. They might be living off mum and daddy's money. They
They might.
might be. But
I don't
are
want
they?
to.
Huh?
I don't want to accuse.
Yeah, we're not gonna point a finger or anything else like that. But like, is there anybody sitting there really kind of putting in that graft, the extra graft, and really kind of pushing for their own success? You beg to ask the question because like I looked at when I was at college and when I was at college and university, you know, you had some hustlers. We were kind of hustlers. There's a couple of us that were hustlers, but we're never earning that kind of money. It was all like external work. So I would go to college, but then I would work another
For
job, work another job, and then have extra cash and feel great.
her.
But if I put the
See.
opportunity you guys have now is fantastic. The opportunity, like with the internet and everything else, how it's just the opportunities that are there. If I put the 8 hours externally outside of college and university that I put into this, then like I'd be flying. I'd be flying right now. So you know, your opportunity is massive, and yeah, I don't think there's anybody else in your college. I'm just, again, like I said, I'm just speculating. I could be lying. Unless they're in the real world and you just don't know about them. But
Yeah, I would have heard
uh,
about him though. You know,
uh
people talk. I feel like I would have heard about him.
I didn't. I've lost you there a little bit.
Oh, I was saying people talk. I feel like I would have heard about them. Their
Your voice,
reputation.
I don't know whether. Sorry, I don't know whether it's my internet or whether it's your internet that's just broken up a little bit.
Well, can you hear me now?
No,
Hmm.
you've gone into robot mode. You can
Intro.
probably hear me, but you've gone into robot mode. Ah, there you're
Yeah.
back again. Yeah,
Oh,
sorry. Go on. You were saying. You're back again. Yeah. Sorry, go on. You were saying.
I was saying I probably would have heard about him. Just trying.
Yeah, yeah. I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure you would have done. You would have crossed paths or somewhere along the line, or
Yeah,
do you know
yeah,
what I mean you would have looked at each other walking down the corridor and feel, "Are you? Maybe you are." Kind of thing. You had that kind of sixth sense about them, which is cool. Okay, cool. So, um, thank you very much for spending your time talking to me. I wish you all the best. I know you're going to hit that 10K month by the end of the year. Obviously, use the real world 2.0. No, I just genuinely know you will. I genuinely know you will. Use that. Obviously, when you get that board's going to be very, very helpful towards you because you are, like I said, you are going to find that person that's actually going to help you towards your business and help you towards what you want to achieve. That's also helping them as well because they probably have you as a client, someone else as a client, and they'll be just multitasking and earning their little bit as well. So, yeah, and just keep pushing. Oh, what would you say to someone like if you was walking down the corridor and you had to, and someone said, "What do you do? Why are you so? Why are you so like you're a little bit different?" But I can't put my finger on why you're different. Um, and then what would you say to someone to actually make them join the real world?
well, I would tell them that, I know what I want to do with my life, and I am working super hard to get there. And
Mm,
the place that helped me get there the fastest is the real world.
mm. And they can obviously they don't need to know finances or anything else, but they can know that you're actually doing very very well and stuff like that. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's really good. That's really. And then your parents, where are your parents then?
They're from the same town that my college is in, so I see them often. They're they're happy with me.
And that's
Yeah.
what I was going to ask. So they know that you're doing what they probably want you to do, which is that college, but then you're also doing something on the side. Do they know what? Do they know that you're a part of the real world, and they know that you're actually
Yeah.
doing your business
I
and
talk
making
about
money?
you guys.
Sorry.
I talk about you guys often. The real
Okay,
world.
cool. Good stuff. Good stuff. Good
I
stuff.
It's very
So
important to have a good relationship with my parents. So I
hundred
that's
percent,
why I'm in
hundred
college.
percent.
been for them, and then I'll,
Yeah,
give them the world after that.
yeah. There you go. I totally agree with that. I totally agree with that. Thank you very much for spending time talking to me. Again, I wish you all the best. When I speak to you again, yeah, 4 or 5 clients, multiple people working under you,
Yeah.
still chilling, still doing your thing, like relaxing, and still happy, still got a big smile on your face. So yeah, again, wish you all the best. Thank you very much for coming on and speaking with us. I really do appreciate it. And yeah, I wish you all the best on that. And I know you'll smash it anyway. I just have a feeling you'll smash it.
Well, thank you. I appreciate the opportunity.